So, good afternoon. I want to welcome you to the second edition of 30 minutes training. Now, this is to equip you guys with the requisite tools and competencies to be able to manage your business and also to be able to function effectively with what we are doing. It's important that you have these skills. Some of them, if you miss them, it's going to cost you so much. Okay, so I'm going to spend, let's say, 20 minutes to do that, and then we use 10 minutes to ask questions because we are promising ourselves we're going to spend only 30 minutes here. So as you know, my name is Dr. Boysen, and most of you here, if you are just joining us and you are not in our local team, when I say local team, we have the global team, which is Team All Guns Blazing. So all of you here, come from my lineage. So what we want to look at more importantly, logging into your back office, okay? Logging into your back office. And when we say back office, we are talking about the business representative facility that you have been given. Remember, when you sign up, there is the membership part and also the business representative part. The membership part is what we access through the dreamtrips.com. It's the 5,000 5-star vacations that we've been given, all right, that we can explore. That is what we have up to 8 people to travel on our membership or our subscription. So take note. So the membership comes with what? The dreamtrips.com. So there are people who may want to just do the membership without the business representative. So these are two separate things. So if you sign up as a member without the business representative, you have access to dreamtrips.com, but you will not have access to the back office. The back office is for you to become a business rep, to refer people to join World Ventures, and you are paid based on simple commission arrangement. So this is what you need to do. So you have 2 websites, and that is what you remember when you sign up, we sent to you. That's that write-up with the dreamtrips.com and then the backoffice.com. So what we're going to do is to look at, first of all, back office, and that makes you a business representative. Take note. So the back office. Now I want to begin to say this with this quote that everyone wants you to be part of your success, but not everyone wants to start your success journey with you. Take note. And this is to tell you that this path that you have chosen, there are a number of people who might say so many things, right? That you are not okay and what you're doing is a scam and whatever. We have grown beyond that stage. So when you are successful, these folks will come around. Be very mindful of those guys that didn't start with you. But then when they see that you are successful, they want to come close, with you. There are people, friends that I started this and they said that it was a scam. And now that they saw my posting on Facebook, some have started talking to me, just want to visit me in the house and all that. But guess what? These are people who emitted negative energy. And if you didn't stand on your ground, by now you have been out. So be very wary about these people. They come around and they spew negative energy. So let's go ahead with it. So for the back office URL in the internet, address column, you see https backoffice.worldventures.biz. That is for your back office. And the same back office, there's another one called legacy back office. Sometimes this is what happens. If you're signing up, you're paying for probably somebody you've signed up, especially Thursdays and Fridays. Normally our week starts on Saturday, ends on Friday. So by Thursday getting to Friday, there will be some maintenance on the system. So the backoffice.worldventures, when you have a .base, when you have registered a new member, you might be thinking that you want to get in and then pay. You may not have access. It will say that user unauthenticated. So then what you have to do is to try the legacy back office, all right? And the legacy back office, I'll show you how to get there, but you can also access through the URL. So when you have that problem, you go through the legacy back office and you should have access to the legacy back office, okay? The main back office gives you an opportunity to have the main screen, and the legacy back office is where they will tell you if you cannot find something, click here. Then if you have access to that, you enter your member ID. Now, your member ID in World Ventures is your user ID, all right? That's the member ID and the password we gave to you. You can, that's the temporary password, you can go and change it. So this is for the back office. And then the dreamtrips.com, which is for your membership, for the travel and other things. You also go to dreamtrips.com and you enter your member ID, your password, and then you are good to go. All right, so let's have an example. So you see the URL, backoffice.worldventures.biz, all right? And then you have the user ID here and the password, and then you log in. Okay, I'm going to send a video to you as well. So you log in. Then you have the legacy back office, which you see the URL, how it looks like. Welcome to World Ventures back office representative login. And also, so anytime you have issues with the main back office, you want to pay for a member, you want to check something and you are not getting in, you can use the legacy back office to do that. And I said it normally happens when we are going to the end of the week, the system becomes heavy, there will be calibration and other things, and you might not be able to enter. An existing member might not have any issue with that, he can go through. But a new member who just got registered might have issues of doing that. I think Rev Pep, if he's here, we had a similar issue and then he was able to find his way, throughout. So now, then the second one is the dreamtrips.com. Also check the URL, okay, id.dreamtrips.com, just because I'm in the login, the ID, member ID. Other than that, the URL is dreamtrips.com, all right? And then when you click the login, you have this, you enter your username and password. So we're going to do this practically to see how this thing works. So just a moment. So we have just a moment. All right, so let me share this screen. If you can see the screen, so that's the first one. So like I said, you see in the URL, backoffice.worldventures.biz, and then the username and ID, then you click log in. So as a new member, this is what you need to do. You need to enter into the back office. And then this is the back office area. And I told you that we're also going to look at how to navigate your back office. Here at the top, you have welcome to that person, Sewa, and then the ID. And if you have paid, you'll see active representative. Now, sometimes you pay, but because the system is calibrating, the enrolled member will still be there, but it will change with time, okay? You're talking about over 2 million people in the system. Now, where you have, beneath here, you have welcome to your new back office. If you cannot find something, click here. In fact, this is what leads you to the legacy back office. So you check something. You see the URL here. If I click here, it's taking me to the back office proper. So you see that this has changed. It says that what? Legacy backoffice.workbench.biz. Okay, so this is what I'm saying, that if the main back office has an issue, you can use the other URL. Let me show that to you. The other URL, that is the legacy back office. You can use that one to do that. And this is it. That's what I was talking about, the legacy back office. All right. So this is the main back office and the legacy back office. Where we went, you access it through this page, legacy back office, and that's why you saw the same thing there. So let's get back to the main thing. So you have this here. Now, when you come here and you're a new member, there are some terms and conditions you have to, you have to just accept. You have to read and accept, okay? You might see these things here, and they might ask you to update your profile here. There's a possibility they might think that there might be some mistakes that you may have made during the registration. So you click here, and it will take you. It takes you to what your the file to do your updates. Okay, so here you have your personal information here. Now remember, your name and your first name and your middle name and the last name cannot be changed. However, you can change that when you send a request to World Ventures, and they will do that for you. Your ID cannot be changed, all right? But you can change male, female, and all that. If you go to your contact information, you have all this information here. Remember, we are registered under Uganda, so you cannot change the state here until Ghana gets the country office. So you see these things here, they will be all here. Even though city is Tema, state is what? Uganda. That is fine. Kampala, that is fine. Okay. If you need to change your email address, you can change it. If you need to do any other thing, you can do that. Okay. So that is just for, update information. So if you update the information, then you are good to go. So let's get back to the main. It says your personal information was successfully updated. Okay, so that is done. So this is the legacy back office, all right? So let's do some few checks here. Now, first of all, now, if you sign up and then you begin, we say when you get 4, you waive your monthly fees for life. Now, if you get your 3, the system will automatically prompt you to change your placement preference. Now here, with this lady, she hasn't gotten her 3 yet. But you can see that under her right leg, okay, she has almost 112 people. It's just because she came earlier. So she has holding volumes there for her to explode anytime she gets the 3 and now begins to build the other leg. So when you get your 3, the system will prompt you to change your preference from one leg to the other. So if you are on my right leg or left leg, or you're on your upliner's left leg, it will prompt you to change to your right leg. Take note of that. Other than that, you'll be building all your lineage on one leg, and that is dangerous. Because what makes you rank up and what's bring the cash is the cycle. And remember, cycle is two gold on your left, 2 gold on your right. That gold could be you personally assigned people, or those you've signed up, the other people they've also signed up. That will contribute to your lineage. So one of your legs is already built for you. And so that's why when you get to the 3, you have to switch to the other one, so that the work that has been done by other people that you join before they join, okay, or those who are under you, who are also working, can work for the cycle, so that you can link the 2 gold and the 2 gold on your left and your right together, or 1 platinum on your left, 1 platinum on your right. Remember, cycle is $50. You understand, per cycle. So we advise that be consistent, be going to your back office, because it will pop up when you come here. It will pop up, change placement preference. Some people have not been there, they don't even get there, and the system will look at it several times, prompt you. If you do not, automatically will leave the 10 on that leg, and that's going to cost you so much. All right, you are not going to create any cycle, and the cycle is what brings, the money. So take note of that. And also, your rank in World Venture, that what gives you the senior rep and other, is based on the cap you have for each lineage. So if you begin to put people on one of your legs, it's going to have detrimental effect on you. You get it? And that's why you need to be switching. You put it on your left and your right, and the cycles combined with your monthly residual income and other things is able to help you so that you'll be able to qualify for the income, rank level, and also the lineage, level. So take note of that. Now, another thing I want you to look at when you come here is my business. My business. Now, remember that this system doesn't cheat and doesn't fail. It doesn't cheat. It is the fairest system. Now, sometimes you go to your main page. Let me give you an example. Maybe today is Friday. And Friday, from Monday to Friday, you saw some figure here as $50. They want to pay it to you. Now, in the evening, early Saturday, you didn't see 50 here. You might say that, oh, the money is gone. It's not gone anywhere. Remember, this is weekly. All right? And sometimes if the system they are working on the system, what happens is that you might see 0 here, even though you've earned something. If that happens, don't worry. Just go to where we went. Welcome to your new back office. If you cannot find something, click here. You click here, okay? And then you go to my business. If you go to my business, okay, you select what? Commission preview. If you select commission preview, you will see everything here. It will tell you your monthly review and your weekly review. The money that was vanished there, you will see, it here. So you realize that it is here. After the calibration, it will display over there. Take note. And when you come to my business again and then finalize commission, it gives you all the monies that you've been paid since the inception, since you joined World Ventures. Everything is there. Now, there are incidences where some of us are not able to order our MasterCard early enough. So when the system schedule for payment, it goes to MasterCard, Payoneer, and the Payoneer will return it. You know, these things are done automatically. It will come back. When it comes back, it means for that schedule, they couldn't receive your payment because they hadn't approved anything for you. So it comes back to World Ventures. And many a times, what we complain of is this, that because we've not gotten our MasterCard and we have money with World Ventures, so World Ventures should use that money to pay. It doesn't work that way. In fact, what they have done is to insulate us from abuse from, World Ventures themselves. And that's why they are saying that your payment, your earnings will be handled by a third party. All right. So let's make sure we go through the process. We're going through ordering the MasterCard. We go through the process. World Ventures cannot do reconciliation, like they take your money and they deduct from it. That's not how it works. Even that is not professional, and that will be dangerous for us. They shouldn't handle our money. You understand? So the way they've decoupled the process is in our own interest to decouple, and it minimizes the risks to zero. So for instance, if today World Ventures is no more, you only have an account with what? Payoneer. You take your money and that's all. All right? So let's take note of that. That money that was scheduled that went and hit back, that money, World Venture, even if you don't even pursue it, World Ventures, when they do their audit, they will look at it, reschedule it, and then pay you back. All right? The difficulty is that you have the money there, you want to access it, because Payoneer hasn't received, the money, you are not able to access it immediately. Those are some of the challenges, and which is why I decided to do this training to draw your attention to some of these things. So take note of that. That doesn't fail. Now, the third thing I want us to look at is to check our status, our account status. That is very, very important. Now, when you go to My Business, you go to Report, all right? Now, you will realize that all those that you have registered and those that they have also registered will be under you. they will be listed here where you see the search. Your name will start first. Now, if you click on any of your members' name or the ID, then when you come to the extreme right, you have here the recent orders. Now, the recent orders we have here, you see accepted, accepted, accepted. It means that that person is not owing. Now, for Word Ventures, if you are owing, what will happen is that when they issue they issue the order, they expect that the last ID, the last card that you use to pay, they will prompt you that that card will be used anytime they want to process an order. So if they go there and the card, there's no money in it, then that order, if they do it 3 times, then it will come here and it will be canceled. All right? Now, so you see canceled here, it means that that order was canceled. However, the cancel doesn't mean that immediately they're going to cancel your account. It doesn't mean so. What you have to do is then get a card and then pay. You have up to 2 months, getting to 3 months to do that. Okay? Now within, I think 2 months, within that period, if you do not pay, then account will move to grace and then it will move to what? Inactive. Now when the account goes to inactive, you pay a penalty of $99 to reactivate the account before you do your payment. And that is why you don't have to do so. Reason is that that policy of paying this monthly fees, we have set times without number, that if you're a gold member, out of, we have $25 we pay for the maintenance of the site. That one is something everybody pays. If you're a gold member and you've not gotten your the $43 you are paying, that money is your own savings towards your future travel. And take note of that. It is not money the organization keeps, but because there's a policy for you to pay your own savings and you refuse to pay, World Ventures sees that you are really not interested in joining the club to travel. And which is why they decide that, hey, if that is the case, then let's block the account. He's not, and let's look for another person who is serious, even though it's your own money. So take note of that. So if you're a gold member, out of the, when you pay 43 for your monthly fees, and then 25 for your maintenance fee, the monthly fees, which I call monthly savings, comes back to you at the end of the year, all right? Because that is the policy. A member is an active member, is that member who pays his own, he deposits his own money for his future travel, all right? And at the end of the year, is able to access it. That member, when he or she gets, 4 people, that money is paid for you. And you realize that they will raise 2 orders. One for they themselves to pay the 43 for you, or the 75 in the case of what? Platinum, or 200 in the case of titanium. They will raise it and pay for you. And then they will ask you to also pay the maintenance fee. So the system is fair. But if you know this is your own money that's been accumulated for you for, the end of the year, then, what would be your challenge? Because see, you have already paid as a gold member $200. That $200, the company has credited $100 to your Dream Trips points account. $100 in the form of points. And they have given the person that you sign up also $100. That's 100 points. All right. So technically, what comes to the organization is 0. Take note of that. Technically, if you sign up, they don't take any money. It's 0. So that 100 points that is in your Dream Trips account, you are having access to 5,000 trips wholesale. And we're going to go to that place. That's what you have. So sometimes it's mind-blowing when it's your own money and you say because you are saving towards your future travel, where you have reached, you cannot pay the $43 or $75 or whatever, which is your savings anyway. But most of us don't have that mentality. We think that that money the organization is going to take. World Ventures will never, listen, will never take that money from you. They won't. So if you are willing to join them and then to save towards your future travel, that is fine. If you are not interested in the business representative, this one, then the $25, you wouldn't pay it at all. You get the dreamtrace.com and you still pay your 43. If you still get your 4, that one you won't pay, they will pay for you. So take note of that. So when you come here, accepted, you see canceled. Now, again, when you register a new member, you would have seen that pending. One of these orders will be pending, the other one will be accepted. If it is pending here, it means the person has not paid. All right? Then you have to do the payment. And you have activities of you here. Recent downline activity, everything is enumerated here on each person. Okay? And then let's go down. The most important one. Here, you have what? August 16th as the next run of the account. So, August 16th, what has passed, and then the next run is going to be what? September 16th. The last run, sorry, was August 16th, and the next one is September what? 16th. Now, this lady, if she's able to get her 4, all right, then what is going to happen is that September, she's a platinum member, she's going to pay only $25. The World Ventures is going to pay the $75 for her. So take note. So if you have downlines, what you can do with them is that come to this area, and then you can see all their next run, okay? Whatever when the next charge order will be due, or their next monthly fees will be due, so that you inform them. Alternatively, if we still come to my business, when you go to advanced reports, please, these guys have done a very good job for us. You have a lot to do here, all right? You can extract all the data, export it with CSV, indicate the period you want to watch. So if I decide to go back, let's say this time, you see what I have here? I have all the report and where they are, whether right or left, and their names, and then you have everything about them, order, last payment that was made. So you can pull up this report and then inform your downlines as to what they are doing right or not. So take note of that. And then there is at-risk downline report and whatever. All these things are here. Now, so this is one very useful information for you. We also have the binary tree here, all right? Binary tree. Now, binary tree gives you an idea how, your downlines are placed. It's a pictorial view anyway. It gives you, so you can search a downline here, type the person's name, and click on that person, and you see the lineage on that downline. Now, watch something. This lady has not, ever since she joined, she has not worked, but she's been paying the monthly fees, okay? Now, if you see carryover, all right, weekly volume is what? 153. Now, if you're on the call, please do this for me. Multiply 153 times 50. And then give me, you can type the answer in the chat. By 50. All right, 153 times 50. Can someone give me, if Sylvia is on the call, I think Sylvia should be able to. She sees figures before, okay. So that is 7,650, okay? Now what it means is that if this lady gets the first 3, okay, and then changes to the other, she already has one of the legs built for her. She doesn't have any problem with cycles. She only have to build the other one, and this is what she has holding. And that's the beauty of World Ventures, all right? that they're able to hold the volumes for you even when you are not working. And that volume might be because you came early and the other people, even though they have ranked, it might be your downline who would have ranked, okay? But we are saying that we are holding that volume for you. As and when you are ready, you come and assess that, and then you are good to go. So this is just about also your account status and also the binary tree. Okay, we have weekly grace report. These are people who have gone to grace. The account has moved from active to grace. It means they've not paid. All right, and there are other things also there. So let's also see it. So here, the legacy back office, there's also one thing we can do through this place. And let me make this blunt. Let me go back first. Ordinarily, what we do when we want to pay for somebody's subscription, if the person signs up, if we log in into that person's account, what we do is we go to, you see this tooltip here? We go to what? Account. And then when we have gone to account, it pops up this payment sheet, the account sheet, sorry, where you have the other options, account information and all that. It's still loading. Okay, I will explain the lineage, yeah. So when you are here, you go to payment information, all right? This lady is not owing, but you would have seen if she were to be owing, you would have seen, I mean, a tab here indicating that she should pay by credit card or e-wallet. We use the credit card. So when you click on it, that credit card payment, that's what you see. It will bring a page like this. And then you do the payment. You enter the details and then you pay. Ordinarily, that's what you should do. Now, let's take note. If you are unable to access this page and you have to access it through legacy back office, then it means that when you use the legacy back office login, like I showed you, it will rather bring you to this page, what you're seeing here, this one. So when it comes here, there's a process to get to where we went to the account information. You go to my account and then you go to my profile and it will take you to that same, page we went. So you have this. Now, we're going to look at how to order our MasterCard. All right. And please, if you sign up, order your MasterCard immediately. That is very, very important. Order your MasterCard immediately. Doctor, please, can I go back to the read? Okay. So what I was saying was that if you join earlier and maybe for 3 months you have not worked and then you are still paying monthly fees, remember those who have been signed before you sign up, now after you sign up, okay, their volume or their activities contributes to your lineage. And which is why this lady, even though she's not done anything, those who came, the people they've signed up, they are contributing to her, lineage volume. They are not contributing to her ranking. Take note, they are not directly under her. They are contributing towards her cycles. And the cycle is what gives you $50. Okay, so if somebody is building that for you, then that person is a savior. So she's not worked, she's paying the monthly fees, but she knows that when she's able to get that, the account is going to explode. So the account is rich up to 7,650, even though she's not done any work. That's the point I was raising. So when you come here, when you come to account information, you go to payout, commission payout. All right, commission payout. Now, when you go to commission payout, I'll explain the lineage for you to understand. The commission payout, you would see amount to be accumulated before commission is paid out. They are saying that they want to accumulate $50 before, when your amount gets to $50 before they pay you. Knowing very well that if you sign silver member is $2.5. If they want to pay you $2.5, Payoneer is charging you $3, okay, per load. So when you take that money there, you'll be owing. So they are saying that $50, but you see, we are in Africa. So most of us will say that even if one said pay us, if that is the case, then you drag this thing to 1, and then you what? You update. That would be the first thing you will do. All right? That will be the first process. Okay. Now, the next one is that when you come here, so it will ask you that your commission payout threshold is $1 once weekly or monthly commission accumulated to this amount. Commission will be paid out. Okay. Then you come to e-wallet and Payoneer. You select Payoneer, and then you click on register. Now, the system will say that you are leaving World Ventures back office website and being directed to a third party, so you confirm. Here, they will pull your information and populate it here. Okay? That is what they will do. They will pull your information and populate it here. Okay? Now, here you have two options. You can decide to use bank transfer so that they pay you through your bank directly. Or you can request for the card. So if you're doing the card, and if you want to do the two, that's fine. But finish with one, let them approve it. And if you start receiving the payment, then you come and do the other one. So you have variety. So for each week, you decide how to receive your money, either through the bank or through what? Your MasterCard. So if you click on sign up, it brings you to this page. And I'm going to use this lady's. So they will ask you to indicate your last name. So I'm going to tap the last name. And this one, I would advise you to use your passport information, because what we realized that Payoneer is not accepting our government ID and others, and even voters ID. It's only our passport. So this shouldn't be the information here. So the email, let me work on the email now. We move to next. And then here, please change the country from Uganda to Ghana. This can cost you a lot. In fact, Payoneer can be very, very stubborn. All right. So you have your PO box here, and you change also the zip code to 00233 and the number. Okay. So this is the phone number and address. Please, for Payoneer, your email is actually your username is actually your email. Take notes for Payoneer. Now the password you specify here is really the password you'll be using to access the Payoneer account. So you need to write that password down. Some people prefer to use their same email password as their password for Payoneer so that they wouldn't forget. That's fine. Okay. So, and this password has to be 7 characters. What I want to do is to get a password for this lady so that she can she can change it at her own time. So let's do that. Okay, and then they will ask you for security questions. We move to the next page where you are asked of your national ID. Please, here, I will advise you guys to use only your passport and make sure the passport is, it is clear, because they will ask you to do verification as well. So I'm going to type the passport number, and then they will ask you for the issue date. They will ask you for the issue date. And then expiry date. All right, so at this stage, please, your postal address is very said your prepaid card will be shipped to the following address. Now, there are people who use their residential address, and of course, the thing delayed, but they brought it to their home with courier. So it means that if you use your digital address system, it can also help you, because it will get to the post office, and World Ventures is paying, every cost to your doorstep, okay, your doorpost, okay. So take note of that. But I prefer it to be in the box, so that we can go for it. I have a lady, I don't know whether she's on the call, has her delayed. It takes between 4 to 6 weeks to for your card to be delivered to you. However, you can fast track it with DHL or any other, and you pay extra $40 if you want. But this is part of the $25 you are paying, so it's free. All right, the maintenance you are paying, so it's free. If you want to specify alternate address, you indicate here alternate address. Other than that, you forget about this, and then you agree to these terms. You can read them and agree. At this stage, you are ordering your card. All right, so you click on order, then it will go through a review process. So you see, it says that you will receive an email confirming within the next several business days once your application has been reviewed. Okay, but if while you're on the call, there's a last process you have to do. The last process is to go into your PayUnit. They ask you to verify your email, and they will give you your email, the login, which is your email address, and the password which I'm going to send to you, so that you enter into the PayUnit account, and then submit your bio data of your passport. That is one. They will also ask you to submit your utility bill or bank statement or anything that has your physical address on it. Please hear me well. It should be current. Most of you have had issues with that, of course, because we are in Africa, and most of where we are staying, we can't even find the tenancy agreement. But if you have it and the physical address is on it, you only scan it and upload. If you are talking about your utility bill, because of the COVID-19, we are not receiving the bills. But then for your bank, you can get to your bank and then update your current residents on their system and ask them to give you a statement. So when they bring the statement, you can use that and then upload it. If you do that, you are good to go. And then they might ask you to enter because as part of the process, I think some of us use our postal address as our residential address. They might ask you to indicate your residential address so that you indicate. Payoneer wants to make sure that if they want to find you, they can get to where you are. And that is the physical verification they do. For all you know, they have agents around in Ghana who will go and find out really if where you said you're living, you're really there. And that's how serious this thing is, okay? So this has to do with the ordering of the card, all right? So that's it. So we've done that. She has to do the other part, and then she will be good to go. Now, so this brings us to the end of today's session. But someone asked a question. One of the guys asked a question. You can put your questions in the chat. In fact, technically, I'm done, but you can put your questions in the chat. Someone asked whether, can you please explain lineage and how it works? So your lineage is the number of people who are under you, all right? The person you sign first, the one you sign second, third, up to infinity. And those people, the people they also signed to infinity, that contributes to your lineage, your downlines. If you are talking about your downlines, the number of people you have signed up and the number of people they have also signed up. Now, if we talk about team is different from your lineage. The team includes the person who is your upliner, all right, and those that they have signed, including you on one leg. That becomes what? Your team, all right? Now, it is that team's work that contributes to what? Your volumes that you're going to use for your cycles, all right? That's what it is. So, for instance, this lady has not signed anybody. But see, if you watch here, she has 112 people under her. And these are people, it means that since she signed up, 112 people have signed up after she signed up. And those people forever will contribute to her, cycles. All right, that's what it means. So quickly, if I take you back here. So technically, we've done the card ordering for, Sewa. She has to go and then load those details. All right. So now let's see something. I'm going into the cycle portion of, Sewa. And let me show you how that is done. So you see where we have the 3 cars, 1, 2, 3. Each car has a number of points. Last week we talked about it. If you see last week's video, you please get it and then read about it. So I'm going here, I'm clicking details, and it's going to take me here. Now, if you come down here, you see these are the cycles Sewa has, even though she hasn't worked. She hasn't worked as if she hasn't signed up anybody. And each cycle is what? $50. So Sewa's right has been what? Built for her. She needs 3 to unlock the left leg and start building. If Sewa starts working, for instance, Sewa brings 3 to unlock the left, and then left now begins to build the left and brings 1 person or 2 people or 3, and the people also begin to work. Whatever they do will contribute to Sewa. So Sewa will then be making money for cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3. The system doubles it for you. So for every 3 cycles, you get another $150. For every 5 cycles, the 6th cycle, they save that money for you for your travel dollars. And that's the beauty of what we are doing. And the potential for cycle alone is $25,000 a week. Let's take note of that. All right. So this explains that. So if you go up here, take note. You're going to see something here about the holding volumes of Sewa. And that was what you did. You see, 153.2. This is the weekly earnings. You have your weekly team bonus. There's also a team bonus, a travel bonus, and the direct commission. And then here, you have your total volume, your residual income commission, and then you have what? Your monthly earnings here. Take note that they pay every Friday, and the period for your month also ends what? 31st, every 31st or 30th. But then you are paid the following month on the 15th. All right, that's how it works. Now, there was a question here. Let me address it so that I can switch off. Okay, if your card delays and it finally arrives, do you get paid all your dues earnings? Yeah, see, if once they approve, you begin to receive the money even though your card is not in. Payoneer will pay, World Ventures will pay you every week. When my card came, I had almost $8,000 on it. It delayed. It took extra 2 weeks, but I had $8,000 on it. So what is important is that the card has to be approved and go through that process. Please don't use any document that is not correct, because Payoneer, when they detect, the other option is to block your account. If you've worked with the card and you're having issues now, I mean, in order not to delay the payment, the bank transfer process is what? Easy. Just go through that and then use the bank. Make sure they approve it. Once they approve it, you receive payment from the bank. The only thing is that it will take another 4 days for them to, working days, to process the amount. For the card, it goes straight to it. And then later we'll tell you, we'll also show you how to use the e-wallet. You can use the e-wallet. It's the same, a simple process. However, the e-wallet, you cannot use card to withdraw. So normally people use the e-wallet, they receive payment there so that they can use it to pay for the subscription for their downlines. So if you have money in there, somebody can give you cash and can use that to pay for that person. But Payoneer, you can withdraw it, MasterCard from what? The ATM. Okay, there's another question here. Doc, have followed your explanation on how to order the master. I think we made some mistake in ordering my card. How can I go back and do the right thing? Okay, so that can be done. If you log into Payoneer, go to settings. And if you go to settings, then you will have where they will say if you want to edit your profile. And if you go there, you can then edit your profile. They will go take you through some verification process so that you can then edit it and then you'll be good to go. All right. Now, if your card is not in, the card will come. Trust me. It's because of where we find ourselves. Okay. But trust me, the card will come. And when it comes, if we are working, when it comes, you realize that our card will be pregnant with dollars. Okay. So in order not to take too much of your time, if you have any question, you can ask. But this is what I wanted you to go through. Now, the final thing I want you to do, if you have issues with Payoneer, if you have issues, for instance, you sign up somebody that was mistaken the name or whatever. Now, there is a place to complain. All right. You come to customer care. See down here, your left, customer care, the last item. If you come here, then you raise a case. Oh, my login expired, sorry. Okay, so let me log out and log in again. Just a minute. There's the last process, please. Yeah, I'm going to share the video with you just now. I'm going to load it and share with you. So let's look at this. Now, guys, I'm going to do this for you on a regular. This training, apart from the new member orientation we are doing at 2 p.m., I just want to do this so that you have hands-on and then you wouldn't have any challenge. So you go to customer care. Any issue you have, come here and then click, you see support cases. So you create a case. Now the issues you have here are a number of issues. If it's on account correction, you see wrong name, wrong date of birth, whatever, you can correct it. You want to account merger, you want to merge two accounts, maybe you and your wife or whatever, you can do that. Billing and account update. You have some money with Payoneer, your card is not in, you are not able to access that money. So you can complain, and then they will tell you what to do. All right. But what I'll ask you to do is that let's get, once you have not been able, Payoneer has not approved your account or your card process, then you may have to use the bank or something. If you're having challenge with your physical address, which I don't think this should be a challenge. All right. The address should have your name on it. So if you have any tenancy agreement, I've asked people to go to the bank and then have the bank update their new record address with their account, because they've moved from where they are, and they will print a statement. You scan it and upload it. All right. And then you are good to go. I think that is the only layer they have introduced, to the process. But those of us who started somewhere in April, we didn't ask us to submit something that will give verification of their physical address. And then you have business and entity registration. If you're a business person, if you want to run this thing with a business and you want to understand the process, I think Alaji asked me that question the other time. You want to do that, you can. And then compensations and promotions. If you don't understand how the compensation works, you can send a mail, a case to them, report, and then you are good to go. And then we have enrollment and sponsor change, event and recognition, member benefits. If you have issues and you don't understand, you can do that. Then placements change, and then sale and transfer. Here, you can sell your account, you can transfer it, you can dash it to anybody. Okay, so for instance, if you select this one, and then you indicate how serious the thing is. If it, the case is, if it is high, low, please, if it's not a high priority something, don't select high. All right. If it is maybe medium, and then the subject, you enter what the subject is, and then you give a brief description of it, and then the case is created. They will send you a notification and let you know that they are working on it. So you shouldn't have any issue. Anything you do not understand, please come. You come in here to do it. Now, finally, those of you who are having issues, your monthly fees, and they have locked your account and all that, there is a way you can activate your account, and I'm going to just post the URLs for you to see how the activation is done. Please don't allow your account to go into grace, or don't allow your account to be deactivated, because you are going to pay $99 for reactivation. Maybe you're a gold member. You are supposed to pay $68, and you waited for it to go into grace, and you are paying a penalty, all right, of how much? Maybe a penalty of $99. And then before you go and pay your monthly fees. It's just a waste of what? Time, okay? You've just wasted money and all that. So I've been sending mails to some of you. I believe those on the call, you don't have that problem, about the fact that you shouldn't allow those of you who have monthly dues to pay to settle, because it's your own money, so that you don't have issues. But as you press, some people will pay it, others will not. So let me just show you this, how this thing is done. All right, so I've copied the URL and I'm going to show you to you. So this is it. This is the URL. And I'm going to post it right now in the chat. Okay. I'm going to post it right now in the chat. Now, you can see a number there. If that is not your number, okay, so I'll put it there. And you can send it to you can show it to your other colleagues. So that's what you have. If I press enter, it then gives me access because your password will not be active. And this is the only way you can activate it. So here, you just select I'm not a robot and then you enter. And then they will give you access to your back office again. And once they give you access, you just go and do the payment. And once you pay, you are good to go. Then you have access to the account, and then you can settle your account, and then you are good to go. Finally, the Dream Trips account. Okay, the Dream Trips account. Now, the same person who is Sewa is a platinum member. Guys, already she has what, 200 points in her account. 200 points. So if you're a gold member, immediately you sign up, they give you what? 100 points. Titanium, 800 points. Now, what can you use this point to do? Remember, you have 5,000 trips offered to you each year here. Take note. And they are all wholesale prices. All right? So let's assume it's dream trips. So if I come here and I pick this dream trip, which is 22nd to 25th, which this price, you wouldn't get it anywhere. This is actually 75% off discount of the actual, cost if you were to book directly from the hotel. So if I click view trip, then they will give me access. They will tell me more about it and let me know how much I'm going to pay. So I'll answer that. When are you to pay your monthly? When it is due, it's effective from the date you sign up and make the payment. 1 month to that date is when you pay your monthly fees. And that's what I'm saying. If you put people on the call, one person each day, and we are doing 74 presentations in a month. In addition, we have about 12 presentations in Chi. And currently, I'm also doing other presentations, especially for other people who have requested for it. You should be able to get more than 4 within the month. So let's take this as an example. Now, watch here. 4 days, 3 nights. You can reduce it by what? $120. That's $120 will come from the $200 to reduce this. So please, can you reduce 279 by 120 for me? Who can do that for me? 279 minus 120. Okay, so we have 159. So 159, you're going to pay 159 per person. Now, somebody asks, does point expire? It does. It's just that we are in COVID-19, so they've rolled out our points back to us. All right. If the borders should have been open, you have a period within which the point would have to use it. Because if they don't do that, then one will have to accumulate points for forever. But see, you have 8 people who are to travel on your subscription. So if you don't want to travel, use it to bless other people. Okay, 8 people, including your spouse, your kids who are less than 18 years, and any other significant person, 8. So if you are not traveling, book for someone. If you want to book for someone and do your own thing, I hope you know what I'm talking about. That is your own, problem. Now, each trip has its own itinerary. See, what is included is here, the destination, everything is here. All right, everything is here. And which is why on this trip, it's nearly impossible for you to be rejected, not to be given a visa, because you see, you have your itinerary. Most times when you travel, you have issues not being able to get visa because they don't know what you're going to do. And World Ventures is known worldwide. Every embassy knows us. That is a prestigious travel club. And those who are in, they are rich. So the trip that you're going to embark on is already paid for. All right. And you don't need them. They need you because you are contributing to their economy. So take note of that. Yes, take note of that. Now I'll just end here and I'm going to send the video to you guys. And thank you so much for your time. Next week, we're going to continue with this training. And please, let's attend, let's get our other lineage, those who are under us and our other colleagues to join so that we can build solid. We need this information. There's a lot of information here, a lot of things that we can take advantage of. A lot of things, trust me, that we can take advantage of. But because we have not been doing these things, I mean, some of us even started, we want to just, back off. Please, this is a life-changing opportunity. What you are holding in your hand is something that is gold. So let's all go for it. And thank you so much for your time. So I'm going to send a video immediately. Thank you so much and have a good morning.